This is what's wacky to us.
I'm Rick.
I'm Sohn.
Welcome. Welcome. What's wacky to us? We got a good show today. Topic is, what's the topic, Sohn?
We're going to be talking about what have you done lately.
What have you done lately?
Anything?
Something?
A whole lot of nothing?
Are you living in the past? Your past, accomplishments? No new accomplishments?
Anything? Especially when we're in the time right now of complete reinvention and a complete rebuilding. What have you done lately? I'm happy to say what we have done lately is create this podcast. So there you go. We're not living in the past.
So we did something? We're not stuck in the past or like when hot back in the days and not hot now?
We might be late, actually, because people have been podcasting for years, so we might have been a little stuck, still playing catch-up, actually.
Oh, wow. Well, whatever. We here. We with the in crowd.
We lit. You ain't know? We growing every day. And I want to give a shout out to one of our commenters who sent in a comment last week about last week's topic. And we appreciate, shout out to Val in Maryland. Thank you.
All right. I had some comments. He said he was feeling the building blocks. He said I was dropping jewels with the building blocks. I didn't really know, but whatever. I wasn't trying to drop no jewels. But anyway.
You went deep last week.
I did?
You went profound on us.
Whatever. But, hey. It's a good thing.
Not a bad thing at all.
Not a bad thing.
You learn something from us, that's a good thing.
For real. But
each one teach one, huh?
Yeah, so let's get into this. Let's dig into this topic of what have you done lately. And my thing is, I know a lot of people, you might have had your thing going on. Like sustainability is very hard. So you might have had your time, back in the day when you was how everybody's checking for you, you was the dude. Everybody was like, yeah, yo, something. And then you got cold. You got cold, and you might have never regained your footing, but you up here 15, 20 years later, still thinking it's back in the days, and you like, yo, I did this for this person and that person, and you might, you might actually feel like somebody owe you something, like, and you feel like you ain't getting your just due. And
listen, nobody owes you jack in this world, for the most part. But it's true. What have you done lately? Because there's mad people in our generation who are really stuck on, no, when I was coming up, I was this. When I was, when I was hot, when it was the 90s, when it was this, when it was that. Okay.
It ain't just the 90s. It's young dudes, it's rappers, it's businesses. Your business was hot, it fell off. Your song was hot, it fell off. And you still want everybody to give you all these accolades and worship the ground you walk on. This ain't back in the day, bruh. It's over.
Why you gotta be over though?
Because you didn't. What have you done lately? That's why.
So are you saying there's mad of us who are stuck in the past and trying to live off of old accomplishments?
Definitely.
And don't live for the here and now.
Definitely. They stopped training. You know me, I'm an avid trainer. I train for everything.
Everything.
I'll go to school.
Everything.
If you know me, and you would probably be like, you took what job? Man, I would take any job to get some training and learn about the industry and do what I have to do. Like, I'm always training. That's what works for me. I'm not telling you to do it. You might be too good for that. But I'm not too good for it.
Too good to learn.
Some people think they too good for a lot of things. You can't tell a person
you too good to better yourself. You too good to learn.
Some people may feel like they paid their dues. People think they pay. Don't act like this ain't what's going on. It's people out here think they too good to do certain things. Come on, it's called foolish pride. That's what it's called. And foolish pride will have you effed up in the game. That's all I'm going to say. Foolish pride will have... Ain't pride a sin in the Bible? For all you church-going folks, I think they say pride is a sin.
Yeah, having too much pride
is a sin. It's foolish because it gets foolish because it'll stagnate you and you will be stuck. You'll be stuck because you're worried about the surroundings and what people think. So you don't get to go no further than where you are.
Okay, that I can agree with, because there are a lot of people who are not willing to get out of their comfort zone. They're not willing to get out of the box they've placed themselves in. Yeah, complacency is a part of that also. Comfortability. All of that takes
and this pandemic shook y'all up.
Yeah, absolutely.
People was taking jobs and doing things that they thought they wouldn't do with the pandemic. Gave you a dose of reality.
Man, I don't know, because you got mad people out here. I just saw an article today that said America is on a hiring spree for all ages because of, again, there's been no incentive really to go back to work for low wages when you're getting $2, $3, and $4 and $5 grand a month from unemployment. But that's whole
your
other
government.
Story.
That's your government jacked you up, and guess what?
Well, it's your money. It's your taxes and
your money. It's your government. It's your taxes, your money, blah, blah, blah. But me personally, I ain't take that because I ain't with all that. I had to keep it going because I don't want to fall in the state of stagnation.
You had a job.
You know what I'm saying? Exactly. And I could have been like, yo, I'm out of here. I'm going to go sit back and collect. I'm not doing that. That will put some people in a state of stagnation. You don't want to get stagnated because what's happening in July when people going to get all the jobs and then everybody going to be like, oh, I can't find no job.
Oh, no doubt.
You know what I'm saying? You better get on the horse now.
Get on the horse
and
now.
Start riding.
Sure. Nah, no doubt. The
and don't get me wrong.
Run out.
Don't get me wrong. It's like, come on. Somebody giving you more than what you was making on a job to sit at home. That's like a common sense thing to take it.
Well, yeah, exactly. That's what I said. There's no incentive to go back to work for low wages.
It's your government.
And again, you have to pay people a thriving wage if you want them if you want to have at least a thriving society. But again, you know us, we go left on every show, and that's what we just did. So as we steer back around and rewind back to what have you done lately, again, can you ask yourself the same question? What have you done lately? What are your most recent accomplishments? Are you proud of your most recent accomplishments? Are you doing anything to reinvent yourself? Are you doing anything to better yourself?
Hold on, pause. We got to rewind. Bam, we're back. We're back into what have you done lately?
Ninja, did you just cut me off from my rant?
We are back. I had to rewind it. So we could get back. It's like, and now we're back and we're talking about what have you done lately. So
we was already talking about what have you done lately. But see, once again, when the yak kicks in,
that's not yak. That's not yak. That's coconut Ciroc.
Oh. All right. Well, when the rock kicks in, you see what happens over here. Again, we've made another left on a late detour, but we back. So, again, what are your accomplishments? Did you reinvent yourself over the last year during this pandemic? Were you able to keep your job, and were you able to keep going forward? Were you one of the unfortunate ones who lost your job during the pandemic? And again, what have you done lately? What have you done over the last year? What have you done to recreate your stability? Because we really are coming into a new age and a new era. And I know a lot of people who have really reinvented themselves during the last year and a half.
People got a lot of side hustles.
Out of necessity. That's right.
A lot of side hustles.
And learning something new. Myself included. I'm going I'm going to school to learn about the marijuana and CBD industry. So yes, that's something I intend to be proud of when I complete it. So again, you should be doing something to kind of keep up with what's coming down the line, because everything is changing. Everything.
So basically, the whole thing of this whole topic is basically like, stop with the I've done this back then. That's the whole thing. I did this back then. Then we fast forward 15 years in the future. And because I'm saying, this is my generation, I don't know how the younger generation rock with this. But my generation, oh my God, it's running rampant. So many dudes, they may have been on the street hustling, doing their things. But they could have been hustling, getting money, getting the paper. They was that guy. that's the 90s. This is 2021. You know, they probably ain't got no real paper since 2000. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's over, lot. It's over. Nobody cares that you was the man in 90 or 2000, 2004. You know, nobody cares. Nobody cares about all that. You can't stand on that no more. You have to move forward, get out your own way, and do something different. Because you know, like, one thing I hate, I'm going to be honest, like, one thing I hate about my generation and a lot of guys I grew up with, like,
Get
you
ready
know,
for shots fired.
they's like, yeah, hold on, I'm gonna fire some shots. Definitely. So, you know, a lot of people be like, oh, I grew up in the 90s. Yeah, you grew up in the 90s, but was you really a 90s cat? Because you might have not been a 90s dude. Because certain dudes, they be acting like they OGs, original. OG stands for original gangster. Like, these guys wasn't no original gangsters. They was just, you know, they observed OGs. Future, the dudes wasn't OGs back then, but they OGs now. They observed the future OGs because they was just, you know, in the pathway of the 90s. You know, you growing up hood and things like that. And, you know, so they kind of like, some people miss the boat. And when you miss the boat and like you trying to get back on that boat sell. When you in your 20s, the things you did in your 20s, you know, if you wasn't hot in your 20s, it's like you can't shine. You missed that era. You can't shine now because it doesn't count because everything was fresh and it was wow, I was in the moment. So now today you doing this, like you get a new car, you be like, I'm going to pull up. I be hearing dudes like, I'm going to pull up on. Who you pulling up on? Ain't nobody outside on the blocks no more. What are you doing that shit for?
You don't pull up on your middle-aged homies.
Yeah, like, yeah.
Who also have the same car.
Nobody cares. Like, nobody cares now. People cared when you was like 19, 20, shaking the block with something hot and fresh, rims on it. You know what I'm saying? Nobody cared today. 50 years old, like, yo, I'm about to pull up on this. Get out of here, man. Sit your ass down somewhere. You missed the boat. It's over. It's a wrap. You got your pension. Fine. Go live your pension. Like, don't take your pension and try to rekindle.
You're hating on the good pension now.
I'm not hating on the good pension. You was a working dude. Ain't nothing wrong with the working dude. But you got those dudes that was about that life that was moving and shaking. And it's over. You didn't get the girl of your dream. You know, you could get her now, but she like 50. You know what I'm saying? 54, 55. You be like, yo, I always had a crush on you.
Okay, hold up now. Are we throwing shots at getting older? Because, yo, I'm sorry. Getting older is a privilege.
That's not first of all, that was nothing to do with that wasn't throwing shots at getting older. That was throwing shots at missing the boat.
And women getting older there.
Nobody want to know. Like, you can have your crush. I'm saying, like, me, I'm not going to, yo, I had my eye on you back in 88. And now I got my pension. What's up?
Please, there be mad dudes doing that. Talking about I had my eye on you in 88. There be mad dudes doing that.
That's what we called it back in the 90s, cornball.
Absolutely. And again, what have you done lately? You still looking for the chick you had a crush on in 84? It's kind of...
That's what I'm saying.
It's kind of, well, that's actually kind of weird, but,
Please, you be surprised.
No, I'm not surprised.
And with social media, too?
With social media, too? Social media,
they still trying to take it down.
They still do. All day.
Social media got a lot of weird crap going on. So, I'm just saying, but, like I said, what have you done lately? Brother, get on the move. It ain't too late. You got 10 or 15 good working or good years to go. If you healthy, you wealthy. That's one thing about health. As long as you healthy, you got a shot. You get out there and move and shake. But
well, I agree with that. But according to you, most times it's the winter years and it's all over. And I say
I don't be saying it's all over.
Not too late. It isn't to do something. Do something. Learn something.
For my era, it's the fourth quarter. All y'all out there, that's right. It's the fourth quarter with no timeouts.
Like I told y'all from way back in one of the earlier shows, I'm taking mine to triple overtime. Triple overtime.
Whatever.
Triple.
whatever.
And
We
not
got
the fourth
we got to
quarter.
make room for other people.